for you. Let's see what the last lock-in is for XL. It will be Kale. Okay. I have mixed
ladies and
opinions.
gentlemen, you cannot see the furled eyebrows
And progresses which one can have the stronger performance.
I love the fact that, by the way, SK, I think, I do a very good job of controlling the dragons. Throughout the course right now, you won't get a chance, really. The Sonic Wave is inside the pit. XL are able to secure it and get themselves a kill. Very really for Cries for special versus a Luden's Echo and Sork Boots, as well as the Trinity Force. Now, the only member of XL that does have a completed item is that Infinity Edge for Patrick, and he is melting through limit. Torre helps set that one up with a hop over the wall. Kadril's going to join, and Special completes the TP. So this should be able to help push in the tower if they need to, but a great setup from the duo bottom, from the duo lane of XL.
By talking about Patrick and Crownshot and how they've become kind of standout figures on both their teams. Patrick now has to prove himself in a 2v1.
Yeah, let's see what happens. Does he have the damage? Not just yet. Too early. Still did a lot.
It's extremely valuable. I think we're getting to see some of the standout and star carry performances as Special goes in mid.
Okay, Zazi tries to avoid it with a portal jump, forced to use
XL responding by going top lane right now because you know that this tower is guaranteed to go down. Instead, you should be investing your resources in trying to pressure this mid-tier 1, especially given that you have...
That's the follow-up from the resonating strike, and the ultimate comes down from Cries. That's another kill to Patrick. XL 5-1 as they get themselves a double. You don't need initiation if you can find the flanks, my man.
I mean, props to XL. I like the play there. I felt like that the mid lane tower would have been more valuable, but they're going to get a top lane tower. Now they're keeping the action going with the TP bot.
Yep, here comes Cries. Gen X has got no tower to fall back to, and will throw out a powder keg. It's a little bit of a movement speed buff as Cries at level 12, not the terrifying 16 yet. It's not going to stop him. Fantastic Pillar of Ice. Completely cuts off the exit, and Kadril and Cries run him down. They also get a tower top, so it's just, you don't get a chance.
Some of these things become alleviated when you get such a big enough lead, because what XL can do is they're like, okay, well...
Look at the chunk. As now, that's some damage going to come down onto Special. Death Sentence is sidestep, the Emperor's Divide, and such great shifting, conquering sands. Special has bought so much time. He finally goes to alignment on how to play that one out. Paddle Star is going to be sidestep. Special, that's the wrong direction, my man. Forced to flash defensively. Moonlight Vigil comes on, Trick's able to pick up the kill, but now he's taken down. A Winter's Bite slows Crownshot's escape, but the True Shot Barrage is caught up. Patrick is being chunked down from the cannon barrage, but Kadril is on a rampage. Torre goes down as well. They're trying to focus down Genax, and he's taken out by the flamethrower. Crownshot now looking for some mystic shots, but the cannon minion is doing work. A lot of damage onto Cries. Does Crowny go for the chase? He's got himself the flash. He manages to use the arcane shift. Now he turns to the...
he's been spotted. Crowny versus Patrick.
But Kadril's here as well. This isn't a fair fight. That's a dash forward from Crownshot. He used a flash. He takes him out. 3-0-2. The Sleepy Trouble Bubble plus the Paddle Star onto Kadril, and this is a crazy turn of events. SK
Special's back.
The risk of losing the dragon is down to 1200. Crowny dies again. Crowny, you are the SK King. The second, very shortly. The Blast Cone is up. Baron is down to 5,000 HP. Limits waiting in the wings. This is a 4v3 for now. Patrick Aphelios is making his way up. Zazi, he'll throw out the Sleepy Trouble Bubble. Baron to 3,000. The True Shot Barrage flies across. A lot of damage onto the XL members. K goes inside the pit. It's a smite fight. It's picked up by SK. They are now in the lead, but at what cost? Sleepy Trouble Bubble onto Patrick. Crownshot is looking for the Mystic Shot. Can't find it yet. Torre's buying some time on the retreat. His trick gets slowed down by a Winter's Bite. Zazi throws out yet another sleep. Cries is now locked down. The damage is gigantic. This time, Special finds the Emperor's Divide, but he's taken on reply. Crownshot is low, is killed, is dead. It's all up to Patrick trying to turn it down. Now Zazi continues to go fishing. Paddle Star forward, won't find it.
Just leave, SK, just leave. You've got the Baron buff, you're just giving it away right now.
Patrick's gonna look for the chase. The Pillar of Ice will slow it down, but the portal jump one goes back, must come forward. And
the action's over, but it's not, because the Baron then starts off, and I think we need to get back into the live gameplay, because this whole Baron was just such a long fight. Chip away at their opposition, and don't allow XL to get that big team fight.
There is 30 seconds before the Mountain Drake spawns. Cries is pushing the top lane. XL have swapped sides of the rift with SK. They've got themselves the Sun Disc up and they're pushing, but Kryze, by the way, is obliterating the tower. He's got a minion wave to deal with, and XL have just called SK's bluff and said, we'll take your base.
SK tried to be clever by taking the minion wave away from XL, but they don't have anyone that can 1v1 Kryze, so he's just been sitting in a side lane, and he's slowly getting stronger and stronger. GP coming up, ultimate up now, SK looking for a fight.
Limit went in for the engage. That's the flash flake. Take a look at Trick in the minimap. Observers of the picture-in-picture. The Sleepy Trouble Bubble will find themselves Torre. The Death Sentence will connect into Cagel, but he's the man that's in trouble. Torre's going to try buy some time with the fissure. That is
to find someone that can deal with Kryze, because he is at 3 items, he is level 16, and he is insane. This has turned into a bit of a banger of a game.
Yes!
If I must say, quick shot. I mean, specials play in a side lane, and I think this is much better for XL. SK now looking to contest. Torre just buying time, because look, he's already gone.
Baron's already dead. I mean, it's dead so quickly. Torre's the one that's going to be in trouble and is taken out. Conceding your support for 4 Baron up members is a fair trade if ever I've seen one. GenX is going to try start a fight with Kryze, and I don't think you really want to do that. Divine Judgment is going to be so influential here.
All right, if he wants to prove that he's the shy, now's the time. 1v3, let's go, Kryze.
A little bit too early, I think. Running away, running away.
Okay, he's not the shy. No, that's fine. He's winning,
shy.
though.
He's just shy. He's not the shy, he's just shy. He doesn't want to fight. He's backing away. Now, GenX did throw down a couple of powder cakes to put some of the minions back into the fountain, and he's getting chunked out by those Sand Soldiers. Bedius, XL have found them their moments, they have found their fights, they have found their picks, and despite a stutter every now and again from Special, they're on the cusp of taking out 3 inhibitors.
Yeah, they're taking their time, being very patient. The ultimate from Patrick there just to try and force more SK members off. You can see Kryze back to bot lane, setting up the wave, looking to threaten that inhibitor. And SK, they're kind of being torn apart right now. This Baron is something they just can't hold off with their comp.
Kryze is back into the bottom lane with the Lich Bane just picked up. Divine Judgment is still available to him. Cannon Barrage is a few seconds away, and the Sleepy Trouble Bubble does not find anybody. XL are on the verge of their first win in summer, and it was the most surprising thus far. Crown Shot's True Shot Barrage almost takes out Patrick. That will buy enough time for the top inhibit as the next itemization, and the 3rd Dragon for XL's picked up 6 completed thus far. What do you make of this Aphelios build?
Well, it's fast, the Aphelios. I mean, I don't think he's building it for the lethality. I'm pretty sure he's building it for the active. We might not have time for that as Cagel forced to flash.
He is indeed. Special's waiting in the wings. Cagel's just got caught out. He's taken up, but look at Kryze. He's pushing the bottom of the wall. Patrick with the Moonlight Vigil, turning the lights off on SK Gaming. That, honestly, was impressive. Now all of a sudden, that's the flash flame. Limit's trying to save the day. Patrick is dominating. Kryze has killed Crown Shot. GenX is the last man standing with Judgment from the Divine. Kryze picks up the ace. XL destroy the base. And for the first time in summer, XL are victorious.
A big and much needed
tanky top lane. You said you wanted front line. Yay! Ornn versus Maokai.
This isn't quite what I was expecting.
Yay!
I was expecting a little bit more flavor.
A little bit of fun, as you do when you get to cast with different individuals. Dan, the man, maybe dead. Exhausted, knocked up.
Going to be stronger, and because they got their reset first, it's very easy for Razork to move over to the Drake and secure that. Schalke, they want to try and fight this, but I feel Misfits is in the better position right now, 5v5.
It is indeed. Rift Herald's going low. Call the Forge God comes out. Death Sentence lands onto the Rift Herald. That's a fantastic play onto Lurox. He's taken out. Now Featherfin manages to buy enough.
They get it.
This from the draft, and we are getting it. Not without action. Don't misinterpret. But 1 kill apiece, the first tower falls.
Also, Yumin just gets a shield when she auto-attacks you, which is like really annoying. Anyway, we do see a bit of trading bot. Here comes Lurox for a gank.
All right, Goat has been summoned. Flash forward from Lurox, and despite the fact Dan gets a small Bramble smash down.
Ult in a huge amount because they're not going to threaten the bot lane tower, whereas Misfits are going to threaten the top tower. And Engage is coming out from Neon.
All right, so much damage. Who engaged on whom, though? Kobe through the exhaust is going to look to chase down, and Dreams of the Moonlight Vigil. I mean, damage was mind-blowing. And manages to pick up 2 easy kills. 2,500 gold is the lead. The second Rift Herald is now thrown down in this mid lane. Remember, Misfits got the first one. It unlocked the bottom tower. They picked up the second, and despite the damage coming out from that Chaos Storm, Rift Herald does get...
Which has now given the opportunity for Schalke to contest this Ocean Drake.
Not going to contest just yet. Call the Forge God is on cooldown. Not going to look for the engage just yet. Dan backs away. But look, while Schalke were able to pick up the dragon...
It does give you a little bit more burst, as well as, I suppose, more wave clear, which you don't really need as Victor. But there's also the option of Leandries. I think Leandries is a really good second item on him too, because it synergizes very nicely with his ultimate and his
What would you like this game? Just yet, the Moonlight Vigil is available, and Dan goes all the way forward to the Twisted Advance. The Lantern pulls him backward. We're getting the fight, but just not the one we were hoping for, Venice.
There's a lot of back and forth, a lot of dancing right now, but Schalke will secure themselves the Drake, given they just forced Razork back. Now Misfits are making their way towards the Baron. They're gonna force it now?
They are indeed. Nature's Grasp is available for Dan. He's gonna need to use that to buy some time. Baron is melted to below half, and Dos throws down the box. There goes the Maokai ultimate. Oda Wamne flashes away to safety. Call of the Forge God comes down and knocks Febiven up in the air. Moonlight Vigil catches no one. Some form of control here.
I'm not really sure what to start the Baron off. Let's go back to live and let's have a look at what... This is what I wanted them to do earlier, but I think it should pay off now.
All right, let's find out. Level 16 just dinged there for Oda Wamne. Baron has already been secured. Lurox is dead. Well, just like that, in a blink of an eye, Schalke arrived late to the party. The door gets slammed shut in their face. But, can Neon turn this around? Kobe forced a flash and heal to safety. Dos will get taken down by 4 members of Schalke. It's a 1-for-1 trade.
Making their way towards the bot side of the map, they're going to look to push this in.
And look at the vision, by the way. Misfits have littered wards thrown forward. Dos will put the box down. He's taken a lot of damage from those Mystic shots. Razork with a very smooth dash over the wall and kick Lurox away. The Nature's Grasp into a long-range engage. Abadak is going low. Kobe's still untouched, stepping forward. The Moonlight Vigil has done so much, but it's Febiven that gets the first of the fight. Razork gets the second long range. Febiven's going low from Neon, and Kobe still has a lot of HP. That's the Emperor's Surf. The Sand Surf. Amen to the Emperor's Divide. Why am I still trying? Oda Wamne's going to get taken down. Misfits have just won this game. They use the Baron. They get the Ocean Soul. Razork will take down Oda Wamne. The last person standing is Dream. Schalke get aced. Misfits took a while to find their power, but when they did, they won the fight fairly cleanly.
Yeah, and now they're looking to end the game. Kobe with a huge ultimate at the end of that fight really sealed the nail in the coffin. Only the Nexus turret stand in the way as Misfits secure their second win of the split.
Misfits go 2-3. Schalke lose their 5th consecutive game. I still think there's a lot to work on for these teams, but you cannot deny the fact that Misfits, when they had control, they played with control.
Non-committal engage effects of a Bard or, you know, a Gangplank ultimate. This is going to be a harder composition to execute for the Mad Lions, but if they do it well in this match...
Syndra has the wave push early on, so very difficult for this fight to happen. Kai'Sa flashed forward there, looking for the binding, but wasn't able to land it. Melitza's going to come in from the side as well. NG has Lebrov sitting on his shoulder and actually takes the journey that Kai'Sa set up for him, but Kai'Sa gets the flank off, and Melitza will be the first to fall. First blood goes to Shadow.
So Mad Lions end up getting the kill, and that converts into a Drake as well, which is going to be very good news for them too here. So slight misstep there from NG getting caught in the river, and Mad Lions will actually send the heals to come on through as Cabochard will get forced away from the tower and maybe gone on.
Kai'Sa's going to flash away. Does have that Haymaker, looking for the shield, but won't need it right now. The Rift Herald is going to charge it and take down the turret. A minute and a half before plates go down. NG's going to get jumped back on, though, and not sure what he's doing going into this fight. Vitality, you're stepping into 4 players. And at a numbers disadvantage, they're going to lose out early on. Melitza flashes across the wall, looking to try and get those cards, but here comes Cop, here comes Cabochard, and here come the rest of Vitality. What are you doing? You knew you were at numbers disadvantage. You know, like NG, Melitza, and Lebrov. It's only their 5th game on an LEC stage, so perhaps they just need that a little bit more time. You're right, you're right. When you're right, you're right. And right now, Shadow's looking for the Rift Tower top, but instead they're just going to put down the golden turret, and Cabo will be not long for the Rift. Rift Tower can come down now if Shadow wants it. Meanwhile, Humanoid's trying to win a 2v1, but Comp jumps over him, and Humanoid just deletes Comp. Oh my... Goodness gracious me, that's a
So
lot of
can we
damage.
get that Twitch chat vote back going here,
Yeah,
like
bring
in the
it up.
split?
Or you guys in the 46% that didn't think he was top 3.
Wow.
Whenever a Kaiser
damage.
ults into his damage, he can kill them. That's what we've learned from that play.
Can they chase down NG? I don't think so. Oh, with a flash, it doesn't matter if you have a speech right. He's dunked, and now
dunked,
LeBron is gone.
That is a very sad kitty cat as Humanoid takes his 4th kill of the game. Rifthold gets a 3rd charge in the top lane. In 16 minutes in, we're 8-0 up. There is an 8,000 gold lead, and Mad are well on their way.
I think they'll wisen up to the fact that things have not been going super well for them. Around that is a flash forward for NG.
NG looking for it, the depth charge comes out as well, but look at how locked out Vitality are. Showstopper coming in, and Humanoid goes down. Those 25 stacks are going to have to wait for a little bit longer. Kazi is jumping across the wall looking for a kill here, but Vitality have been able to escape with only that single kill, but with their lives just as the Sonic Wave doesn't quite hit.
Yeah, Vitality took the window. Orome top lane, no ult, no TP. They get the kill mid, and now they're on to the GP.
Orome's going to flash away, use the bound for the extra movement speed. NG jumped on by Shadow. In my mind, I was thinking perfect game ender, and then Humanoid goes and spores it all by getting caught out. The graphic we showed earlier did show that he has the second most second tied most isolated deaths in the league.
To be fair, he wasn't isolated there. Cabochard just sort of picked him up and yoinked him away from the rest of his entire team.
Does that count as isolated? I feel like if you've been isolated from the rest of your team.
I'm not gonna hate on Humanoid for that death right there. I mean, he's definitely gonna feel bad. He lost the
flash
match.
pill at him, then they depth charged him, then they showstoppered him.
They put a lot into that one, and Mad Lions, he's back onto the map. He's totally fine. Again, I think it's like very strong in lane, especially if you're bringing a jungler around, because then you can look for quick burst damage. That option is Vitality once again looking for a pick here. There's a good idea.
Urami doesn't have flash. He's going to put down the cannon barrage.
Humanoid's on the way though.
True shot barrage coming in as well. The tempered fate with Compass with it dead because Humanoid just ults him.
I see.
Is it all Mad Lions?
Yes.
I'm 100% sure Mad Lions are going to get it, but we've seen Ezreal Q still Barons already. He jumps across the wall. The Baron starts resetting. So even though they were able to take the kill, they can't quite get more out of it. Showstopper coming out. Humanoid.
No, the Baron!
He's in the pit. No, the Baron did it. Comp will claim it, but it was all the Baron's work. Shadow's going to go down. Ender, you told me it was all Mad Lions.
This is advisable. They're going to need to look for the turnaround, and Karzi and Kaiser are quite low.
Well, last time it was all Mad Lions. We'll see if it can be all Vitality this time. Arome forced away by Cabochard, chunked out just a little bit, but Cabochard is eating those Mystic shots. Here comes the final chapter, though, as Melissa jumps in. That's one. Kazi's on a killing spree, but he's shut down by Lebrov, and they're going to go back towards the Baron. No smite here, remember, the Tempered Fate will slow them for the second.
It's about to be here.
Smite is on its way as NG's going to use that blast cone to get across the wall, just reset on it Vitality.
Wow.
And Vitality will get it. They killed Kazi. He was the only real threat who could exhaust. Now, next steps, Ender, there is a Cloud Dragon in 2 minutes' time. The game is a little bit more even as Humanoid gets jumped on here in the mid lane. He's not able to survive as Vitality get the kill. And Mad Lions are going to keep jumping forward with them. Kazi, look at Kazi, he's still alive. Temper Fate's going to come down and Lebrov is separated from Comp, but he can walk back into him. Fly forth on the catch. Shadow almost forced away. Lebrov's going to eat up some damage, but he eats up a double. Kazi takes another, takes a third. And now he's looking for a little bit more as NG's going to try and run away in the topside jungle. The final Mystic shot will not connect. But all this does is allow Mad some time. The Cloud has been started up. Shadow's going to jump on towards it. NG does not have flash, and there is a
Comp has 3 items. He's real strong.
3 items. He's looking for it. The Cloud Sword is already going to go down 2 Mad Lions, and the Temper Fate will Cabochard, but Comp jumps onto the back line, and already Humanoid is down. Comp able to survive. Cabochard going in with the showstopper as well. Now Mad maybe going to get claimed up from the river. They have the Cloud Sword, but do they have the damage to kill Comp? Comp almost down. Kazi dodging in and out of the bush, dodging in and out of vision, and NG's the next to fall. And now Comp is separated from his favorite pet Cap, but the Cat will jump back in and get the...
So this again, we saw on Ezreal in last game, but about stacking that Madness passive, but here goes Cabo.
Showstopper going in, they're trying to catch out Humanoid. He is rooted up, but the Tempered Fate is beautiful. Melissa does have the flank. Cabochard going to get some damage down as Humanoid's already going to fall. And now Comp's going to try and open up. Melissa has the flank position, looking for Kazi, sorry, but he can't quite find him. And now Kazi is going to be able to jump back in. Stopwatch used, Comp's still alive here, but Melissa is getting jumped on by the remaining members of Mad. And now Comp is the next target. Cabochard was trying to get away. Comp just about able to survive on the back of it, and Cabochard takes down Arome. And now it's Comp trying to survive, trying to get away with Lebrov. They will not be able to save the inhibitor, but I think Comp escaping means they can save the game.
Yeah, no minions here means Mad Lions will.
Now,
it's NG's only way into the pit, and now he actually has an option before the flash comes
but they catch him. Temper Fate Unleash Power was blocked by the Tempered Fate, but Comp is going to get caught out. He tries to get around with the Killer Instinct. He's still alive. Knocked back with the Dragon's Rage, but Comp does not manage to survive, and that's it. It's done. Mad Lions finally able to find the Kai'Sa, finally able to find the fight, and that should be the game.
Kai'Sa with the beautiful ultimate there to catch out Comp, and Humanoid delivers the final blow on him there too. After getting picked off so many times, Mad Lions will finally tidy things up and look to close this one out. Cabochard standing in their way.
Well, Kai'Sa might die here. The Showstopper comes out, looking for the Haymaker as well, but Kai'Sa able to take the magical journey away, and Humanoid will get the kill. It was a much rougher road than it should have been for Mad Lions. They should have closed this one out pretty easily, maybe a little bit too eager to take some fights. Maybe Vitality were too strong in pushing them back. But in the end, Mad will take the win. And with it, they will have a 4-game winning streak.
All right, that Kale will laugh in the face of Olaf past probably like one item, you know, when you can just drop the ultimate. Olaf isn't going to be able to do too much here. So whereas Rogue have 4 very solid as he tries to bounce this wave into the tower because Inspired is already ready to pounce.
Yeah, Wonder's going to get knocked up straight away. Does still have the flash. Will use it to try and get down towards the bottom side of this, but already first blood is in.
Bot lane is where I think this Rek'Sai should be spending, you know, all of her time early on.
Well, Caps is like, okay, TP, let's go. Doesn't even have the Destiny yet, but he's looking for the gank because Hans Summer tries to get into the bush. Heals up, but there comes the gold card, and there goes Hans Summer. Larson TP'd into the fight as well. Vander's going to get locked up by Mickey. Caps is trying to get that gold card back around, and Vander is able to flash away. Inspired on his way back down for the counter gank, but Caps has already got a double out of this. Gonna flash, has the gold card locked in, and of course, he can just force Inspired and Larson away. There's no Ragnarok yet. Inspired still only level 4. Caps once again lands the stun, and the root comes out as well. Mickey gets taken out, but Perks Larson is going to be funneled the gold. And he is currently about 700 behind, so let's see where he is after the charge comes in. Almost even. Yep. A lot of gold going over there to the Corki. And because of the bulwark on the bot lane tower, Perks wasn't able to work his way through that.
One gold card that gets a pick, maybe you land a second one. That can get a little bit fun here as Jankos finds Sway Top.
Finn trying to get underneath the turret. Will be there for now, but Jankos just flashes in and there's a kill. G2 4-2 up, and is lock up the Aphelios, and you mitigate a huge amount of the damage that would come out from Rogue. And now Inspired gonna have to pop that Ragnarok, but he's being chased. The blast cone wouldn't get him out, has to flash the wall. Death charge coming out as well. They're looking for the knockup. Vanders gets the Devour just in time, but Perks now exhausted, is in the middle of 3 Rogue players.
Oh, no. Closely right there to find himself another Scuttle Crab. But yeah, as you were talking about, you know, Kale free farming up in the top lane. Wonder finds him. Was that Inspired always has a half-level lead at least over the Rek'Sai, but that is not the case this game.
Oh, Mickey tries to land the roof. Larson just deletes Perks. I think it's 6-stack mark on the Kale. But the Dragon has been started up here. G2 got the first of the game, and really looking for this to try and stop Rogue from being able to delay the game out. Death Charge going to come out onto Larson, and here goes Wonder looking for the damage. The Ragnarok has been popped, but the Ornn in the front line's already gone down to half HP. Finn there. Jankos trying to get in. Finn will, Inspired will get the smite, but here comes Mickey. Inspired already going to go down. Mickey's still looking for the chase. The gold cards come out, and Wonder gets another. And Rogue should be able to get back underneath their turret here. Caps does have the gold card. The Call of the Forge card coming out as well. Jankos ulted, and Death is defied as he gets underneath the tower. Mickey goes golden. Jankos survives. Larson caught out in his face as well as Caps splashes forward. And G2 might not have got the Dragon, but they darn well got the fight.
It's a 4v5 too. The G2 are perfectly happy committing towards, again, they have such an advantage in terms of experience, and that turns into stats, although Caps without an ultimate here is just going to zoom on out of that.
Well, if you want to try and freeze this, we're going to put all of our pressure up towards the top side to stop
Finn's level 9, leave the man alone.
He's stuck underneath the tower by himself. Mickey just tanks it up. Abyssal Voyage is going to come in, and Vander just delivers himself straight to Caps. He has the gold card. Vander will get underneath the turret. And that's another easy kill for G2. And that's why you can't freeze in this situation, because if you try to, you just get collapsed on by G2, and they're very good at finding you out. They still have the Rift Emerald. Larson is looking for top, bottom tier 2 here, but there's a 6,000 gold lead now for G2. They are a huge amount ahead. They've scaled up their Kale well before her time. She's sitting on a Nash's Tooth and a Hextech Gunblade and level 12. And it becomes a much harder task now for Rogue.
Honestly, if you're Rogue, let the Rift Herald kill the inhibitor. And that is what Finn is doing right now. Finn is level 9 to the level 12. Yeah, go top lane. Show the inhibitor killing that one. Finn's just AFK, you know, trying to forge an item in its face. Boom. it's gone.
It's gone.
Needs to be sacrificed into the tower. That's a wave that Rogue is going to be losing. And I was talking about sort of the breakpoints. Rogue need more time. Well, if you look at the gold, there has the right guns. You have some CC, but there he had Calibrum and Crescendum, I believe, which is not going to offer you them so far. But yeah, these are the problems for Rogue, is that they don't have the tools to be able to slow things down.
And right now, Inspired is getting chased out of his own jungle. Just ult him, you say, but Wonder...
Come all down to this. Corki has the package. Larson wants to get into this fight, but there's no jungler, and there's also Callista on G2.
Anyway, just steal it anyway. Moonlight Mitchell! Whoa, the Infernum damage does a huge amount. Here comes the package as well, but the Sun Card's going to land. Wonder chased off by the Baron itself, and Hans Summer splashing forward. He gets one, he gets two. It all comes down to this set ender, and Rogue are not willing to give it up yet. They find 2 kills. Yanko's going to take out Larson, but Hans Summer is still on the chase. Yanko's trying to get to the blast cone, won't get there in time. Hans Summer.
Can we just check in on Wonder one more time? Yeah, okay, that is now a 5,000. Of course, still waiting on that Infernal.
Destiny coming out. Here's the force. The flank position, and here is the force fight. As you say, Cap's going to get the red card in there. Ragnarok coming out from Inspired as well. Vander's going to flash across the wall, and Rogue are able to disengage. Now, Finn does still have the ultimate upgraded there for Hans Summer. Wonder, what? Okay, he just jumps on in. Hans Summer and Finn gonna, Finn gonna try and defend
Vander's not here!
Vander is not here to save Hans Summer, and even the Forge God will not save you now. Rogue gonna try and collapse onto this, but Finn is dead. Perks continues to jump amongst the rest of the Rogue players. Caps stepping forward, and this has to be it. Larson knocked up, gobbled up by Vander, spat out back towards the fountain, but he can't do much to save his team now. Perks, though exhausted, might have stepped a little bit too far. Caps once again looking for the stun, lands on Larson as he goes in with the package, and now Perks, somehow still alive, will eventually die. Larson taken out as well, and Wonder didn't even need to take over the game because the rest of G2 were there to back him up. G2, well, they had a very strong early game. Their mid-game, perhaps a slight decision-making problem at the Baron, but once again, they find their form, they find their fight, and they will find their 3rd win here in summer.
Nobody's undefeated.
To Wukong in the past.
We're deleting Sarong.
Okay.
That's what that is.
Okay, so actually Origin's going for more of a wombo combo style. This is like the most traditional team fight you could literally ever
recognize that and built 2 comps in a row around him. This one even more so because it's not like you have that other, you know, DPS. Pretty clever use. Oh, he's teleporting back in. Now here's the thing. Selfmade is nearby and the hook goes wide.
Wait, I think Destiny was just using the hook to try and get upset in the fray, but Whippo with the Cyclone already going to help Selfmade get the first kill, and now the Ignite is sticking out of Whippo, but Upset's only level 5, and this is a great fight for Fnatic. They find 2.
Wow!
Selfmade's looking for more. Destiny has the flash to try and get away, but with the play, he will delay Fnatic from pressing any further forward.
And
Selfmade's dead.
Oh, he missed everything.
Dead.
He should.
Oh,
Behind the tower!
Oh, that's beautiful from Destiny.
Unbelievable. So many things happen.
Point. And start to take our advantage later on. Now, Whippo has the Cyclone, pops in with the Nimbus Strike, and Alphari is going to try and use his ultimate to get away, but as you say, Ender, that's a kill.
So
it is a kill.
He almost got behind the tower, though, forcing around these objectives, but because they were able to pick up that first Cloud Drake of the game, I think they're just feeling way more comfortable, right? You know, you don't risk Fnatic getting 2 and then looking to snowball in the next 10 minutes, so OG going to play this slowly and intelligently, I feel.
Right now, just don't want to take a fight when you're at a numbers disadvantage, but Upset, yeah, this is not the best place to be. Hylissang can tank that for a long time with Eclipse. The cleanse comes away, the Solar Flares dodge as well, and Hylissang is still tanking up the tower. Oh, no. There comes the wish, but all that Hylissang can wish for is a speedy demise. Caught underneath the tower.
Almost exactly. 1,000, 12,000, I believe, or 1,200 rather, as Selfmade does find Xerxes here.
And Xerxes in the silence, now has the Haymaker, has a Showstopper as well as he tries to bring Hylissang back and will flash across the wall.
Great TP wards for him to get into the OG backline just yet. That is going to be their mission if they're trying to match OG.
Towards that next item spike.
So the important thing to note here is we've been talking about how OG have the team fight team. Fnatic have a lot of great options and like are very strong at this point in the Malphite plus Orion is an insane combination. If Reckless has Flash, he can get out of that. And if those 2 ultimates are dodged, OG's team fight is not.
I was a little surprised to see Alphari, the player that has been
Oh, hello.
Pulled out a little bit here with the Solar Flare. Selfmade's on his way in as well, but they know the rest of Origin around here. And there is the Showstopper. Hylissang's going to pop his stopwatch to try and survive, but he's already down. Alphari has the ultimate here if they want to try and re-engage, but that was a little bit over-eager there from Hylissang. There is the Unstoppable Onslaught. Unstoppable Force is the name of it, and Nemesis will go down for it as well. Could do something, but I agree with you, Ender. I'm giving him
Here we go.
an option.
That's a
Until the
huge
flare
ult.
comes in, but Destiny, great play from him, will keep him alive. And now Bwipo is in the middle of this fight, but he's already down as Upset takes the kill. Fnatic in a 4v5 are going to try and re-engage, try and find some damage on this dragon. They have control of this bush. And the ocean mapping can be so important. Destiny once again with a good play into the stopwatch, but Hylissang is still alive. Nemesis is jumping in for parallel conversions. Doesn't find a stun, and he's going to jump back with the chrono break, and Hylissang is really low as well. Selfmade still very healthy, Reckless still very healthy. They can look for a 2v5 in this fight if they need it, but Upset is jumping around as Selfmade is getting forced out. The Grievous Wounds goes out. But there goes Hylissang going back in, looking for the fight. Parallel the conversions getting on Nemesis. Nemesis finds one, but he's going to get taken out as well, and now it's only Reckless and Selfmade left alive. And Selfmade jumps in. He steals it. He gets it. Third dragon of the game.
This is top lane. He wants to trade that turret up top. You can also see Selfmade immediately makes the pivot. He's like, I need some resistances here. That is a good move by him. So Fnatic are going to continue until that TP flank.
His TP flank coming in,
too
but
late.
there's only 1,000 HP left on the Baron. It's going to get smited down. Upset is the one to secure it. Hylissang going in with the Zenith Blade. Bwipo trying to get the flank off towards the top side, but nuked up with the shield. It's going to keep himself very healthy. Unstoppable Force comes out from afar as they look for the kill on Bwipo, and already is down. The host going to land as well as Hylissang gets scored out. But a 3-man stop with a parallel conversion. The shockwave! And now it's not on Upset to try and turn it around. Double kill for him as he jumps forward. Reckless going to fall next as Upset. That's the triple. He's looking for more. He's looking for 4, but he can't quite get there in time. Push the control over the area, but now Fnatic lose out the fight. Only Selfmade and Nemesis left
For a fight, and I mean, Fnatic see OG starting this one up, and as soon as but they can't actually see into the pit, right, with that Scuttle Crab vision. Looks like getting a pick down towards the bottom lane.
Nuke Duck has caught Hylissang, or Hylissang's caught himself.
Well,
Upset is legendary now, 9-1-1.
Wow.
The only player in this game, well, there's 2 players in this game with more than 1 kill, and it's Selfmade and Upset. The 2 carries for the teams. And right now, Upset is having the lion's share of the glory in this game. They're pushing in for this bot lane tier 2. Alphari is holding mid right now, but Origin, this is a very strong performance from so far. But Origin are looking great.
Look at that, Alphari just jumping straight on towards Reckless. He's going to try and kite this one out, and has Bwipo to help him.
Alphari will have the blast cone. Bwipo will follow him
Look
across
at their
it. But
base.
yeah, this is the thing, you're distracting 2 players.
And Fnatic have 0 wave clear. They cannot deal with Baron minions inside of their base. They also can't step forward, because then they just get engaged upon. They're lucky that Malphite isn't around here, but it is not looking good at all for Fnatic.
27 minutes in, a 3,000 gold lead for Origin, and now this could be the moment for Selfmade to really stand up. There's an Ocean Dragon, 16 seconds away, but Hylissang almost dead before he gets in there. The Witch was not used, it was just the heal. Hylissang now going to get healed up once again, and Origin have been able to find the chunk out that they wanted before this fight really erupts.
Selfmade has to be the hero, but he doesn't have Smite to go for the steal here against Fnatic. It would have to be some miracle combination of abilities to burst this one down, and quite frankly, Fnatic are not in the spot to do it.
Reckless has stolen a Baron with an Ezreal Q already this season. We'll
at this
see
loop
if he
around.
can do it again. The loop around coming out, as you say, Alphari doesn't have the
They
ultimate.
can cut off Fnatic. Fnatic are out of position. There's a minion wave cutting them off. Alphari is walking straight up into the Tri-Brush, and OG are looking to pick out Nemesis.
So Nemesis could jump back. Look where Origin position, because that Chrono Break could be big. Hylissang going to step forward. There's the Chrono Break, but Nemesis unable to find any. The Solar Flare coming out as well. It's going to land onto Destiny. Bwipo has the flank position here, but the Shockwave is going to hit onto Nemesis. He's still alive, though, and Upset's getting chunked out towards the backside. The Cloud
Upset, he's burning, he's burning!
He cleanses away the power. It's still shut down. Selfmade finds Upset, and that's all the damage of Origin wiped off the face of the rift. Fnatic are going
Like they just did, they need it to be spread out, but they cannot get caught out.
Bwipo has the decoy available. Not going to use it quite yet. The redemption's coming down as well. Now he uses it. The Face Breaker comes out though, and this is showstopper. Bwipo's going to Cyclone on the backline. Bwipo getting healed up through it all, but Upset's going to take the first kill, and now here comes the Shockwave onto Nemesis. He's done as well before he can even Chrono Break out, and now it's all on Selfmade. You've got to make this fight work for Fnatic if you're going to manage it, because Reckless is still alive on the backline. Hylissang goes forward, but he's going to die as well. Upset takes a second of the fight, and now it's Reckless and Selfmade. It's all on them, but Origin found the fight that they were looking for in the bottom lane, and they're pushing in for the win.
OG may have very well just won the base. Alphari is going to be able to TP into this one. Selfmade trying to clear, but he can't auto-attack. His minions are in front of him.
What can you do in a 2v5? Selfmade unable to get the damage down. He's pulled back with a Face Breaker, but Upset's just focusing the Nexus. And Fnatic found a lifeline, but Origin find the Nexus. They find the win, and they will go 3-2.